Hi friends. So I want to talk to you a little bit more about Aqueous and what that is, because I've been getting a lot of questions and I figured the best way to do this is to make a video and kind of explain it a little more. So Aqueous is a system, and it is a system that's comprised of 4 parts. And those 4 parts are yoga, saltwater therapy, color psychology, and a spa experience, right? So if you take away any of those, it's not the same things. It doesn't become Aqueous. So outside of this and just out in the regular world, we've seen a lot of things. We're overstimulated. We're reactive. We're in a survival mode of thinking, right? Which is actually a trauma. So I might touch on that in a little bit. But Aqueous is here to help you, just like yoga is, to fight that. Except it takes it a little bit further because it includes all those other elements, right? So let's take color psychology for a second. So what is that, right? So color psychology is the study of how color affects emotion, right? So advertisers use that, politicians use that, Aqueous, we use that as well. So not only is it aesthetic, it's also used to, it's used around the lotus, right? So it ties the whole thing together, much like Lebowski's rug. So that's its purpose. So we'll say you go to a class, right? Let's say the class has 12 lotus there, and the instructor, upon seeing you at first, in the first 30 to 45 seconds, they have a conversation and say, okay, what resonates with you today in regards to the color in the lotus? And you've got a choice of lilac or sunflower or pink or burgundy or any of these types of things, champagne perhaps. So you think about it and you look around and you're like, okay, green. Green is what resonates with me today. So green, the emotions that it elicits are, it's a nature, it's nurturing, it's renewal, it's growth, it's a connection. Right? So people run away from the city to go connect with nature. And some of you might be saying, well, I don't go to the woods, I go to the beach. Well, the lotus has salt water in it. I got you, baby, I got you. But today we're going to focus on the force. So you pick green, you step inside the lotus to begin your practice. So yoga affects the parasympathetic nervous system. So your brain is sending electrical impulses throughout your body, telling it to calm. Right? Now through your breath, you're moving from your mind into your body. That's very important because what that does is it gets rid of that reactive mind. It gets rid of that survival mode mind. It calms you, right? So your mind is clear now. Now you have the salt water as well, and the salt water is an electrolyte. So not only are you getting the minerality from the salt water that's absorbing into your skin, it's also, the salt water is opening up the electrical receptors in your skin. So you have electrical impulses on the inside, you have those receptors open on the outside, so you are now ready to receive, okay? So you begin your practice, your mind is now clear because you're focused on your breath. Right? So now you're in the mode of absorbing. Right? So when you're absorbing things, you're absorbing them to add them into your vibration. And really what that is you're seeing things, you're smelling things, you're hearing things. All of those senses are going crazy. So let's just take what's within arm's reach. You picked green, you're in a rectangle, right? That's the lotus. So you've got green here. Anywhere you look, you've got green. So you're absorbing that, and those emotions are coming in. So those renewal, growth, connection, right? Now, and that is part of your conversation with the universe now, because your mind is clear. You're having a two-way energy conversation with the universe. So you're receiving, but your vibration is sending out that energy, which includes renewal, growth, all that green energy, right? So it's sending all that out into the universe. And what happens when we send energy out into the universe? We attract what we send out, right? So you're setting yourself up to attract renewal, attract connection, and those types of things. So then you get done with your practice and you step out, and now you're part of this community. So you've got other people that are around, and you've all collectively shared, this vibration. So you're all still in an absorptive mind. So you're sharing amongst each other those things that you attracted, including all the colors from their lotus, right? So my advice to you would be to do Aqueous, to do that practice once a week. Some of you may need it more than once a week. I would not wait 2 weeks to do it. Because once you get back out into the world again, it's all that overstimulation starts to creep back in, right? So now all of a sudden you're reactive again and you're back into survival mode until you can do yoga again, or until you can go further and do an Aqueous practice. So what does Aqueous do? It returns you to yourself.